Let's get into the next topic, the NBA MVP race. It's getting kind of good. Before we even talk about who you think is going to be the MVP this year, Ms. J, Frank Vogel went on record yesterday. Feels like LeBron James is having an amazing year, an MVP consideration type of year. The Lakers have just not played well at all.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? LeBron has had, when you look at what LeBron has done, he's putting up MVP numbers.
Yeah, isn't he leading the league in scoring at like
he's leading the league in
game?
Scoring. He's just playing outstanding basketball consistently at that. But the problem is, how much value is there? Because the team really ain't value. You know what I'm saying?
No value. They're probably at best the 8th seed going into the playoffs. In a play
right now, they like the 10th seed. They're in the last spot,
yeah,
and they clinging on to the play-in position. They clinging on.
LeBron's averaging 30, leading the league in scoring, but yet you guys are in the 10th seed that have to play in to make it in the playoffs. But you want LeBron to be considered for MVP. I get Frank Vogel's point, but we're always going to talk about, well, what you're doing helping to benefit the team to win. And at this point, it's not really benefiting the team.
Frank is saying whatever he has to do to save his job. This is just a kiss-ass moment for LeBron James. This is it. He got to go. He got to go, Jay.
Go now. He's got to go. You won a championship with them. You were hell-bent on getting Russell Westbrook. The experiment with him hasn't really worked. Anthony Davis being injured every time he's been around. At this point, I blame the Lakers organization. You could have had DeMar DeRozan. You could have had Damian Lillard. You could have had a better supporting cast. But no. You guys were sold on Russell Westbrook thinking it was going to work. You're sold on Anthony Davis, and he's always injured. So, Lakers, you're pretty much getting what you asked for. You didn't want to give DeMar DeRozan a 3-year contract. This is what this all comes out to. You refused 3 years for DeMar DeRozan to get a guy that's injured and a guy that's been shooting bricks.
I still think the Lakers are a threat if they make the playoffs.
Definitely. You got LeBron. And you're going to fingers crossed that AD is healthy. Fingers crossed. You got Melo coming off the bench. You got Malik Monk playing amazing basketball. It's just LeBron.
It's mistakes, man. It's a lot of mistakes that's being made. When you look at the turnovers that Russell making, being the point guard, it destroys the rhythm that the team has. They can't get anything going.
No.
But I hope that because, in the playoffs, the game slows down. It becomes, a half-court game. And then when you're studying the same team, you're playing them over and over. You may have to play them up to 7 games. So I think if you have to deal with LeBron and AD and Melo and Russell in a 7-game series, it's not going to be so easy. I don't think you can just look at their record and feel like they're going to be a cakewalk. But they're going to have to make it into the play. They're going to make it in. And that's going to be tough. So I don't know, man. But I think the Lakers, hopefully they make it. If they do, I think they'll be a threat. But Frank Vogel I'm going to keep it real. LeBron is having an MVP caliber season. But in reality, the Lakers have no value. So LeBron, to me, can't be the most valuable player this season.
No. If I'm the Lakers for next season, I fire Frank Vogel. I trade Russell Westbrook to get somebody else. I trade Anthony Davis.
Thank you. This is why I rocks with you, Jay. Talk about it.
And get 2 players. I want 2 players that can give me something and stay that are not injury prone, that can play, that they don't have to give 20 and 10 a game. Between the 2, they can fill in the void of those 3 players.
Because Anthony Davis' numbers doesn't make any difference if he's not on a basketball court. Yeah, no. Absolutely right.
Why didn't the Lakers go for Jeremy Grant? Jeremy Grant could have helped.
That's true.
Maybe y'all will look at him for next year.
You're right.
Point guard wise, it's so many point guards that you could trade for. It's just
the Lakers don't have any draft value, so it's gonna be hard.
Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn.
Where's
I
he
loved
at?
you when you played for the Heat. You have not played one game yet, and we're what 60 games in, probably, and you haven't played a game yet. And they keep
need
saying,
him.
"Oh, you're getting healthy. You're getting healthy." You were a waste of a roster spot. We could have kept Darren Collison if that was the case.
You're going to get to 30,000 points, and because you are the best passer in basketball, it's pretty easy to get to 8,000 assists, and because you're 6'9", 260, it's pretty easy. You should get to 8,000 rebounds because you were born to get to 8,000 rebounds.
Well, dang,
so am I impressed by any of this? No.
Skip, just shut your ass up! God damn! You know what surprises me? The fact that you've been doing these shows for years and you've yet to give a realistic take.
Get him.
Come on now. How'd you even get a job critiquing athletes anyway?
Get 'em.
You're about as athletic as Carlton Banks at Bel Air Academy.
Oh,
Not
Skip.
to mention in the face you look like Green Goblin.
Get 'em.
Somebody pull up the side by side. Yup, that's
Oh.
him. Pumpkin throwing looking like motherfucker. Shannon, is this dude serious? He averaged 1.4 points a game as a high school senior.
I know,
I
man.
wouldn't even let him warm the water boy spot on the bench. Come on now. Now, with all that being said, do you have anything else to say? Because you got a lot of mouth on Twitter and on this TV show when I'm not around. Say it while I'm right here.
What you got to say, Skip?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.